All right. Good afternoon, my friends. It's almost your drive time home, right? For some of you, and I'm a little late getting to it. Had to work out, had to make some phone calls, run through a few things, so I'm a little late getting here. But man, I'm glad to be here with you guys. It's been a blistery hot day here in Birmingham, and we had heat index of like 114, I think. So I was outside helping some guys get some things together, and man, it wore you out. So I drink a gallon of water a day. I felt like I needed 2 gallons today just to get through this day and everything in it. But man, I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Listen, just in case, maybe you just dropped on this because you saw me go live here. This is something we do not every afternoon, but that's why I call it regular. Like in the mornings, we do a daily dose. And in that, man, it's been a fascinating study. We're just walking through Second Thessalonians. We walk through books of the Bible, 15, 20-minute segments every morning, 6 o'clock. But in the afternoons, and I call that the soul edition. That's where we're just feeding the soul in that sense. And then in the afternoons, we talk about the application of a lot of that, just life. And so right now, we are looking at this concept of how to let life get better, right? It's a favorite question of mine, and you're going to get tired of me saying that, but to me, it's the most powerful question. I shouldn't say the most. One of the most powerful questions that you can ask is, how can I let this get better? Then the reason why I tell you that is because it is easy to begin to blame others, to find reasons why things can't happen, shouldn't happen, it just won't, and we tend to want to give up. We're going to talk about that aspect today, actually, but so when we say, see, we normally think, well, if the Tampster would just do this, we could be better. If my kids would just do that, if my boss would just give me a raise, if whatever, and we tend to make excuses for why our life isn't getting better. But hey, listen, it's your life, it's my life. If I want it to get better, I have to take action on it. And so when I ask the question, how can I let this get better? It's not dependent on anything anybody else does. It's dependent on what I choose to do. Most of that's attitude. And so we've been talking about how do I let life get better in those 7 areas of what we, Tammy and I, are brand ambassadors for. And it's called ULA. And it's a digital platform. I know you hear me say that to help us in the area of personal growth, balance, and really moving into our purpose. And so those 7 areas, and the 7 areas are fitness, right? Not just body fitness, but our mind and our emotions, finance, how we spend our money, how we save our money, and how we give our money. Those are the 3 components that we do with money. And then there's family, which involves anybody that we're blood related to or by covenant, right? So we have in-laws by covenant. And then we have blood by I have my brothers and my brother and sister. I've got my kids. I got my wife. We're all that. And then if you're younger than me, you may still have parents and that kind of thing. And so you've got that, and that's a powerful thing, man. Family's crucial. And then there's faith, right? Just the aspect of growing in my faith with Christ and what all that means. What does it mean to live the Christian life? What does that look like, and how we do that? And so how can I let my faith get better? How can I let my friendships get better? Those are crucial. How can I let my friendships get better? And how can I let fun get better? Fun's an important part of life, man. We got one shot through this. And so we should enjoy when we can, right? And so those are the aspects of it. And we talked in terms of there are certain strongholds. The whole universe conspires against us and will keep us from it. We looked at those already. Fear, guilt, anger, self-sabotage, laziness, envy, focus. Those are all issues that sabotage. We are talking now, and where we've been looking is what we call the accelerators. These are the turbocharged attitudes and qualities that when you and I develop, it's like we're on, we're just limitless, man. We're on speed, so to speak, and we're just barreling down toward our goals and conquering life and all of those things. And so we've been looking at what are those crucial ones. And the first one we looked at was gratitude, just having a grateful heart. I'm not going to go back over that. We'll be hitting these over time again. The second one, which we looked at last week, was love. How powerful that is. When you are grateful, I'm telling you, the world comes to you, it beats your door down just to get to you. It invites opportunity. just sheer gratitude. When that's your attitude, it's a game changer in how people see you. Same thing with love. When you love others, when you have humility, which is a characteristic, a sister, so to speak, of love, where you regard others as more important, that you love your neighbors yourself, but you regard them as more important. When you show love like that, I'm telling you, you can knock down the biggest barrier. It'll fix the worst marriage. It can fix broken relationships in your friendships. It can give you leverage to find better means of finance. There's so many things that can be done with that. Today, we're talking about this term that probably all of us hate talking about. And it's what we call discipline, right? That's the key. Discipline is, I mean, we think, well, that's not me. I got too much ADD going on. Listen, that's one of those victimized kind of things. I'm not built that way. I don't think very few people are built toward discipline. Listen, I've got my brain never shuts off. It's going in 1,000 directions. I've never had a study on ADD. I'm pretty sure I'm probably got it. I've learned over the years how to kind of rein it in. But most of us have that disconnect, and we can like the squirrel crossing the road. We can just be all over the place. But discipline is one of those character traits that when we get it in our spirit, it's a game changer. When I was in high school, my IQ is fairly high. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that it is. And what happened was I got so busy wanting to do other things. My grades were terrible. My grades in high school were atrocious. I created more grief in my mom and dad's life by my grades. I knew I was straight A student until I hit junior high. And then it was like, oh, I'd rather play than study. And it wasn't until I got to college. Actually, not just college. I was an average student when I was in political science. But when I moved toward Bible and really kind of zoned in, I felt like I was in my purpose. Man, there was a discipline. I'd be up early studying Greek. I'd be up late studying Greek. It was so bad. Jared, when he was a toddler, would go around telling his mom, "Look, Mom, he'd had a little note card. Mom, I'm studying Greek." Right? Well, discipline was something you learn, but it helps when you're doing it towards your passion. So if these 7 things are your passion, then it seems to me discipline should be something that you can apply to this. And when it's in your wheelhouse. Now, it's a word that sends cold chills down some of us, right? You think of the word discipline, you go, oh, man, because we like to think of procrastination, right? Why do today what you can put off for tomorrow? That's how a lot of us that's our motto for a lot of us, right? But without discipline, you and I will rarely accomplish anything. It is a statement that I hear a lot, that the lazy want to do. The lazy want what the disciplined to get. The only difference between people that win medals, and sure, you've got the GOATs in certain areas, the greatest of all time, but some of those, they're just more disciplined. Tom Brady, man, if you've ever studied his life and his habits, it's discipline that gets him where he is. It's discipline in all areas. You should see his routine before he plays a game. There's so much relaxation technique that goes on before he does that when he gets to the game, there's no jitters. He's disciplined himself to be relaxed in that moment. He's disciplined himself not to remember the play that was before. And those are crucial things. And so the lazy don't do that. And the lazy want to have the things that the disciplined get. And so just file that away as a good thought. Let me give you a couple of scriptures to hang on that. Proverbs 13:4 says, the soul of the lazy one craves and gets nothing, right? How many of you go, man, I wish I could have a house like that. Wish I could get a new car. Wish I could go on vacation. Wish my family was like yours. Wish my marriage was like yours. Wish I had friends. Right? You know what that statement's coming from? The lazy soul. The soul of the lazy craves and gets nothing. Because you're not doing anything. Wishing it doesn't make it happen. It's taking steps in the right direction. See, most of us intend to have good relationships, and we intend to do certain things. Intention never gets us to our destination. Direction does. We start stepping in that direction. And that's what discipline is. I didn't finish the verse. Proverbs 13:4 says, the soul of the lazy one craves and gets nothing, but the soul of the diligent is prosperous. The one who's diligent, the one who just stays in the fight, the one who just who just goes and does it. They're the ones that are prosperous. Proverbs 14:23 says, in all labor there is profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Right? So you're either going to talk about all this great stuff or you're going to do this great stuff. So it's either put up or shut up, right? That's where that phrase comes from. Put up the work or shut the mouth, right? And so it's a reminder to you and me. And the scriptures are full of these things. Proverbs 24, sluggards do not plow in season. So at harvest time, they look and they find nothing, right? Everybody else is studying in school. You're not. When you get to the end of it, they're moving on and they have a passing grade. And you're still trying to figure out how to go to summer school and take it and get on down the road, right? This is what happens. The disciplined, they save their money and they're careful with their money and they pay cash for a nice car. You, on the other hand, blow your money and look around and think, how am I going to get to payday again? And you starve to death till payday and you blow it again and you wonder why you don't have anything because you lack discipline. This is the power of the scriptures and understanding that. So let's just talk practically real quick and I'm going to let you go. Discipline happens in 4 phases. First is we set a goal. I see something I want and I say, I want that, right? You want a better marriage? Set that as a goal. How can I let my marriage get better, right? You want deeper friendships? How can I let that get better? You want better finances? You want your money, you want to master your money and not let your money master you? Set a goal for that. Say, this is what I want, right? That's why we set goals with our ULA platform. That's why you should be setting goals. So you set your weight loss goal, right? What's that weight loss goal? I've got one. I am 2.5 pounds away right now. And had I been more disciplined, this is confession time, over a weekend. I'm good all week, and then on that weekend I'll fudge a little bit, and I'll bump it up, and I'm so close now. It's like, I got this, and then I turn around and realize, man, I gained a pound, and so, but I'm on it this week. There's no quitting in me now. So, but you set a goal, weight loss. You set a savings account financial goal. I want to have $1,000 in the bank, whatever that is. You set goals to stay in touch with friends. I'm going to call the 4 closest friends. I'm going to call them every week. Call them every week. I'm not going to fail. I don't care where we are. I'm going to call them, right? I'm going to set goals for better prayer life, right? I'm going to be more intentional about that. Whatever it is, you write it down. Second thing you do, that's phase 1. Second thing you do, break it down into smaller, measurable goals, right? It's the daily thing. Listen, it can be daunting, can it? When you see a goal and you go, man, there's no way. Like right now, I have a goal, and I haven't put it down on paper yet, and this is a fear thing probably, and I'm probably telling you too much, but I intend to do a triathlon. I'm thinking, man, I don't know. If I put it on paper, it seems so daunting. But here's what I've been doing. So I've been just running 15 miles a week. I'll bump that up a little bit as I go, and at some point, I think my body will adjust to it. But I don't start out trying to run what I've got to run to do the triathlon. I'm just doing the things today to get my body in position to do that. So you break it down into smaller, measurable goals. 2.5 pounds a week, right? 15 miles in a run. It's my mental deal, I'm going to read 15 pages in a book every day. Whatever that, break it down, whatever it is, and put dates by it. That what gets measured gets done, right? And so you put a date by it. I want to lose 3 pounds in 5 days. I want to journal my prayers for 5 days in a row. I'm calling 3 friends a day for the next 5 days. Those are kind of the goals that we set. And so once you do, then the third thing is, this is where it's got to go. You get started. Don't go Monday, right? We Monday ourselves to death, don't we? How many times do we think, oh yeah, Monday, Monday, yeah, I'm gonna do it Monday. Right? So, we and then Tuesday we fall off the wagon, right, on a diet or whatever, or we didn't do our exercise like we thought we were. So, I blew it. Okay, well, I'll start over Monday. No. The third phase, now, today is the day that you set your pace. Today, not tomorrow, not a week from now, today. Get moving. Don't wait till Monday. Any day is a great day to start moving toward your goals, right? Make it a habit. Grab a partner if you need one. Get an accountability partner. Tell somebody to slap you in the head, whatever you got to do, but do it. And then the fourth issue is, and this is crucial too, get rid of all the temptations that will get you off track. You want to lose weight? You know what one of the best things you can do, this fourth step? Clean out your pantry. Get rid of all that sugar. Get rid of all the box foods, all the processed crap, all that stuff. Listen, that's my weakness. We'll have potato chips in here, and I'm a sucker for those things. And if they're in that kitchen cabinet, I'm gonna find them. Same thing about marshmallows. You can ask the Tampster, man. You put a bag of marshmallows in there, you can hide them anywhere. I'll sniff those suckers out. And if they're in there, that's going to get me off my game if I'm not careful. Now I've gotten a lot more disciplined about it, sort of. I mean, don't ask her because she'll tell you different. But you know what I'm saying. But you get rid of the temptations, whatever they are. Throw the junk food in the trash. Cut up the credit card. Right. Turn your phone on airplane while you're doing certain things. Airplane mode while you're doing certain things. So it's not ringing. It's not just turn it off. Throw it away. Put it in a basket. Do whatever you got to do if you're trying to get where you want to go. So that you can get on down the road. So anyway, I probably kept it too long. I hate keeping these much more 15 minutes. But this is discipline, man. If you get this thing in you, I'm telling you, it's an accelerator. You'll find you're knocking down goals, and your life is getting better. And there's nothing like looking back to where you were and seeing where you are today that propels you forward. All right, I'm for you guys. I'm all about helping you let life get better. And so, I'm glad you joined in with me today. Lord bless you. And tomorrow afternoon, if you're here, I'll see you again. Love you guys.